Racism occurs naturally in the human psyche, albeit it occurs in a place that is located in tribalism and antiquity. It was ingrained in the human DNA for much of our history to be afraid of the outsiders, right? 800 years or so when the Mongol hordes rode down the Eurasian steppe and went to conquer most of known humanity at the time in the Western Eurocentric tradition. It was the smart thing to fear the thunderous hooves of the Mongol horde, right? Because these foreigners were coming to rape your women, to murder the men, and to enslave the population. Therefore, fearfulness of the outsider is something that is natural in humanity. However, as humanity evolved, as human societies evolved into the modern industrial, Western, liberal, capitalist societies, the human must evolve as well. That fear, that hatred of the outsider has to dissolve, because despite what you hear in the European media, there aren't waves of just unwashed barbarians who are coming to murder everybody and rape all the women. That is what's called a narrative manipulation. I'm pretty convinced that if I were to go to Paris right now, that I wouldn't see just mobs and just hordes of foreigners going to rape all the white European women and just trying to kill every single white person. Like, no, I'm pretty sure I would not see that. That is what's called a narrative manipulation. Anyway, this is something that I came up with because there's somebody who, in fact, is very close to me. Someone who raised me, who I love very much, but who I've also had many quarrels with in the past. This person is racist, but I don't think that they're bad. I don't think that you're a bad person just because you're racist. I think that it means you're trapped within the boundaries of systemic thinking. You're programmed into looking at the world this way. I'm a white person, therefore, you have to look at all the other races in a certain way. I'm a black person, therefore I have to look at all the other races in a certain way. Racism ultimately is derived from fear. I'm not afraid of anybody. I get along great with black people and white people alike. I've had just as many problems in my life with black people as I've had with white people, because I treat all people with respect. And if you disrespect me, then I'll check you and respond like a man. I don't care what color you are, right? If you treat people with respect and you don't look at people with a sense of fear, you'll be surprised how much easier you get along with people. If you think right by people, because if you think in your head, oh, all black people are criminals, all black people do this, it's going to reflect in the way that you act. If you think in your head, all white people are evil, all white people are racist, it's going to reflect in your mannerisms and how you act towards white people, and it's going to affect how people view you. So yeah, that's what I just want to say. Just because you're racist, that doesn't mean you're bad, but it does mean that you lack evolution. And as a human being that lacks evolution, your luck as far as like mating goes and just progressing and being a good human radically declines.